Hey everyone, hope you're having a good Monday. Thanks for joining us for Maximize Your Mind. As always, we'll do questions in between each exercise, and we can see if we can get some time for questions at the end. But if you do have questions throughout, be sure to put it in the chat. I'd like to introduce everyone to Kelsey and Mercedes, who are going to lead our session from Enhance Labs. So without further ado, I'll let them take it away.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. Hi, everyone. I already see some faces that I recognize from previous sessions. It's nice to see some familiar faces and some new ones as well. I am just going to share my screen here. And maybe Mercedes can start us off with an introduction while I guess you're Mercedes and I'm Kelsey.
Yeah, so I'm Mercedes. I'm part of the Enhance Lab, and I'm really happy to be here on a Monday evening with everyone.
Can everyone see my screen? Excellent. Okay. So just like we said, we are from the Enhance Lab, and we're going to be guiding us through a number of different exercises this evening focused around mindful movement. So we'll do some breathing, we will do some meditation, but we will start with some stretching. So, okay. So as we may know, stretching is very important, and it's also often neglected in terms of our fitness routines and programs. So very important, but sometimes we forget about it, and I know I do. So they say we should stretch 5 to 6 times a week for the rest of our lives, which is pretty often. And I don't know about you, but I do not stretch that much. If you don't stretch properly, it can cause our muscles to get really, really, really tight, and then we can have soreness in our joints and injuries later on. But luckily, stretching can take as little as 10 minutes, even less. It's easy to add to your everyday routine. You can do it just about anywhere, including right here and right now. So I'm going to lead us through 3 different stretches, and our lovely Mercedes is going to show us what they look like while we do them all together. So our first one is going to be a nice stretch for our necks. So I'll be saying the instructions, and they'll also be on the screen so you can read them if you forget. So we're going to start by holding onto your chair if you're sitting on a chair, or you can just leave your hands down on either side of your body. But if you have that chair, grip both edges of your chair. And then you're going to slowly start to tilt your head to one side. So you can go right, or you can start with left, whatever you want to do, until you start to feel a stretch right here along your neck and maybe in your shoulder too. And we're going to make sure our shoulders aren't curling forward. You want to have it nice and open so you can take deep breaths. So softening your shoulders down like you're melting and feeling that stretch in your neck. And we're going to hold for just a little bit longer. Excellent. I see some really good neck stretches. Okay. If you want, you can tilt your chin and play with seeing how that changes the stretch in your neck. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring our heads up to the middle, and we're going to do the other side. So whichever side you didn't do, dropping your ear over to that side, tilting your head, and now feeling that stretch on the other side of your neck. And again, if your shoulders are rolling forward, you're going to invite them back. Maybe you want to tilt your chin down. Maybe you want to tilt your chin up. Just notice how that feels on the side of your neck. Keep breathing here. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring our heads back to center. And you can give yourself a little wiggle if you like. Turn your chin a couple times. So that is our first stretch, our neck stretch. So now we're going to do a stretch for our backs. So this one, same thing. If you're sitting on a chair, you can sit up nice and tall. If you want to sit on the ground, that's an option too. Or you can stand. So all that really matters is your upper body. So you're going to cross your arms out in front of you like this, and then you're going to grab your opposite shoulders like this, kind of like you're about to give yourself a really big hug. And now I want you to pull your arms apart while holding onto your shoulders. And you're going to feel a stretch in your upper back while you do that. And same thing a little bit with the neck stretch. You can bring your elbows up or you can drop your elbows down and see how that changes the stretch for you. And then if you want to experiment a little bit more, you can play with dropping your chin down towards your chest and rounding forward. See how that feels. And keep breathing here. Holding. See if you can feel that stretch up in your upper back. And then when you're ready, you can let go of either shoulder. And then same thing, maybe you want to do a little wiggle. Maybe you want to bring your chin from side to side. Okay, so this is our last warm-up stretch for the evening. We are going to do a shoulder or a chest stretch. So this one is my personal favorite. I'm curious to see what everyone else's favorite is at the end. So if you already know, lock it in your brain and we will ask you in a few minutes. So now we're going to do the shoulder or chest stretch. So clasp your hands behind your back and maybe Mercedes, show us here what that might look like. And then you want to start to bring your hands away from your lower back and start to feel a stretch in your shoulders and in your chest. Excellent form, Mercedes. I see everyone else doing a really awesome job as well. And so sometimes we want to like really hyperextend our arms, but maybe bring just a little bit of a bend in your elbows, and that might make it feel even just a little bit better. And keep breathing here. Try not to hold your breath, even though you might want to. Breathe and lift. And we'll do one more breath. And release. So if you were standing up, you can have a seat back down, do a little wiggle if you want, shake out your hands. We don't do this enough, I think, to get it loose. Okay, so that was our stretching. Before we move on to our breathing, I'm curious, and you can answer maybe in the chat, and I'll take a look at some responses. What was everyone's favorite one? Which one did you like the best? Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. I think that's is that for LOTUS that we're going to be doing? Behind my back. All of them. Yeah. I like them too. The chest, that one's my favorite too. I like that one. Yeah, so some people are saying that they like them all. We've got a couple for the chest and shoulders. Someone says neck. Chest and neck. We seem to have sore chests and necks here in our group. Great, all of them. Okay, and you might not have liked any of them, and that's okay too. Not everything is going to work for everybody, and that's why we try lots of different things. Neck stretch and the back stretch. Very good. Okay. So we will move on to some breathing, and this is going to be a little bit different. And we're going to do 2 different breathing activities, and same thing. If you like one better, lock it in your brain because I might ask you at the end. When I see someone likes hot chocolate breathing, that was a breathing exercise we have done before. We're not going to do that one today, but we will start with the LOTUS breath. So focusing our attention on our breath is a really, really awesome way to help ourselves feel more calm. And so this is because it gives us something to focus on instead of letting our thoughts get out of control, or letting our thoughts control what we say, what we do, what we feel. So breathing can be really, really awesome for that. So the lotus breath is the first one that we're going to do. So it's nice and easy, and you can do it anywhere, which makes it a really, really nice breath tool to use. It helps us focus on our breath with a really concrete tool to help us stay calm when we need to. So we're going to be opening and closing our hand while we do this. And we're going to be, not just yet, but you can start practicing if you're ready. We're going to be imagining that our hand is like a lotus or a water lily that opens during the day and closes at night. And so you can choose with this one, just like with any of them, to have your eyes open or to have your eyes closed. So I know some people feel really uncomfortable with their eyes closed, and that's okay. You can keep your eyes open, but if having your eyes closed really helps you focus on the breath and feel calm, you can do that as well. So without further ado, we will go to our breath work. So if everyone has their hands out in front of them, you can use your right hand or your left hand, whichever one is more comfortable for you. And you're just going to slowly open your hand while you breathe in, and close your hand while you breathe out. And while you're breathing and opening your hand, try expanding your belly when you breathe in. And breathe all the way out when you breathe out. We'll do this a few times. Breathing in, breathing out. Hand opening, breathing in. Closing the hand, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Open the hand, breathe in. Close the hand, breathe out. So do this a few times on your own with your own breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. Now, as you breathe in, try saying to yourself, I am happy. Breathing out, I am calm. Breathing in, I am happy. Breathing out, I am calm. Breathing in, hand opens, I am happy. Breathing out, hand closing, I am calm. Breathing in, I am happy. And breathing out, I am calm. Okay. Feeling the natural rhythm of your natural breath. Feel the body relaxing and feel yourself calming down. So focusing on what it feels like to breathe in and out. Last one, breathing in, breathing out. Okay. Well done, everyone. So I'm wondering a few things about how that went for you. First, and I'm just going to open the chat here so I can see some responses coming in. I see one comment that I'll just answer really quickly in the chat. I see someone is asking for the password. We will have that at the end. So don't worry about that. It is coming at the end of our session. First off, I want to know how many people could feel the sensations of their breath, either in your nose or in your belly or in your chest. Could anyone feel that in their body? Yes. Me too, Andrew. Alex feels it in the nose and the stomach. Yeah. A couple people are saying they feel it in their chest. Yeah. Yep, in the chest. Yeah. Feeling relaxed. I'm also feeling very relaxed, actually. That was very nice for me as well. Feeling it all over. Very good. So I have another question here, and I'm just curious, did anyone find it really hard to pay attention while we were doing that? Scrolling through my pictures here, see some nods. Oh, so some people didn't find it hard to pay attention tonight. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Lizzie, I love that you said that, because so every day is going to be different. So some days it might be easier to notice the breath, and other days it might be even more challenging. Not too bad paying attention. Some people did. Yeah. There are some days that I find it easier, and other days are really hard. Almost fell asleep. That'll happen. Okay. And so possibly for those of you who had a bit of a harder time paying attention, how many of you noticed when your thoughts started coming back in? Maybe as soon as we finished, or even earlier than that? Early, yeah. So some people noticed their thoughts coming in before we were done. That'll happen. When we finished, yeah. Waiting till it was over to let those thoughts come in, maybe really focusing on breathing out, feeling happy, feeling calm. Excellent. So it's cool. What's really, really neat about mindfulness is that when we do these breathing exercises, practice is really important. So the more that we practice them, the easier it might be to focus on the breath, and the less thoughts you might notice as you do it. Yeah, feeling happy, feeling calm. And these can be really nice things to do after a crazy day to help feel calm before you go on with your evening. Most definitely. Okay, so we will then go on to our second exercise, which is called the figure 8 breath. Has anyone done this one before? I know a couple of people had mentioned the LOTUS before we had started it. Yes, Alex, Megan, and Kayla have done this one before. Okay. A lot of people have done this one before. Excellent. Some practice for all of us. So we are doing the figure 8 breath. So this is another really, really good concrete exercise to focus on our breath and helps us stay calm. So just like before, you can have your eyes open or you can have your eyes closed. Even if you're getting a bit sleepy, if you want to have your eyes closed, that's okay. If your eyes are open, you can keep your eyes on your finger while you're moving it around. And if they're closed, you can just imagine and still move your finger if you would like. So, oops, I'm losing my mouse here. Okay, so to start, we will point your finger out in front of you, and you can do your right hand, you can do your left hand, you can do any fingers you want. I like my pointer finger. So you're going to draw an 8 on its side with your finger in the air right in front of you. And we'll do some breathing with this, and we'll show you how to breathe with the shape. So you're going to breathe in time with the drawing of the figure 8. So start breathing in when you're at the center of the figure 8. Breathe in deeply for 1 loop. And then when your finger crosses over to the other side, breathe out while tracing the other loop. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Breathing in through your nose like you're sniffing a flower. Let your belly expand like a balloon. And breathe out like you are blowing out a birthday candle. Nice long exhalation through the mouth. And again, we have our lovely Mercedes here. If anyone isn't sure, you can look at her. And so you want to breathe in while tracing the figure 8 for 10 breaths. And you can breathe at whatever speed you want. So I'll be moving my finger, but you can go a little slower or a little faster if you want. Breathing in, breathing out. 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 Last one, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, you can put your hand down in your lap and allow yourself to relax. Well done. Okay, if your eyes were closed, you can start to blink them open, come back to the room. And I have a few questions I'm wondering if anyone would like to share. So same thing, how many people could feel the breath in their bodies, either in their nose or in their belly? Oh, Alex, yeah, I see your hands up. Do you have something you'd like to share? Question?
So what I felt about breathing, I felt breathing in my nose, in my stomach, as well as exhaling out my oxygen.
Great. And how did that feel? Did you feel relaxed or calm or sleepy, or how do you feel?
It's simple. I felt relaxed.
Relaxed. Great. Excellent. Well, thanks for sharing, Alex. I'm so happy that you feel relaxed.
My pleasure.
And feel the breath. That's excellent. And I see some other hands, which is just fantastic. I have lost your names on my screen here, but I will have them back. Okay, so I see Jordan, your hand is up.
I always felt calm, but breathing and meditation and yoga, it helps relax in Shavasana, keeps eyes closed, and help the bodies relaxed.
Yeah, I agree. I love a good Shavasana with the eyes closed to help relax. And I'm happy that you felt relaxed doing our breathing exercises as well, because it gave me a really, really nice feeling, especially at the end of a Monday. So thanks, Jordan, for sharing. Okay, we'll do one more. Lori, I think it is.
Do you have any ideas of what I can do to help strengthen my my wrists, because I have an anchor in my hand, in my right hand, because I was pressing and a bar fell on it. So then I have an anchor in my hand, so when I grip, it really hurts.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I want to get stronger.
I don't know too much. I don't have much muscle myself, so I don't know too much about exercises, but I'm wondering if yeah, if maybe someone else comes through the program, if there's anyone in your life you can ask, hopefully to help you with that. But as I said, we will do, I'll do one more exercise. And so that'll hopefully bring some calm in a different way for today.
Awesome. Your figure eight, actually, I've done that. I remember doing this in peak 1, 2, 3, and now 4.
Whoa.
I remember, and it helps.
Oh, good.
It helps ease your, like, I told my family, if you feel stressed out, trace a figure 8 and breathe. They're like, don't you need a pen to figure 8? I'm like, use your finger.
You could be leading our class. Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that you're telling other people about it, because it's really great when we find something that works and then are able to share it with people. So I think that's just lovely. Thanks for sharing. Okay, and I'll just answer a few in the chat, and then we will we'll move right along here. I see just a few comments about really liking the figure 8 breath, and I agree. I think that is a really good one. So I will, there we go, pass it off to Mercedes, and she is going to lead us through our walking meditation.
All right. Hi, everyone. So we're going to do some walking meditation. So mindfulness doesn't always require us to sit still. We can practice mindfulness while moving too. For some of us, being mindful is easier when we're moving. So next, we will practice being aware of the feelings in our body as we move. So for this one, you're going to need some room to walk back and forth while we learn the mindful walking meditation technique. So anywhere from about 3 feet to 10 feet can be a good pathway to walk back and forth on. So you'll need to make sure that you're still close enough to the computer though, so you can hear the instructions. We will practice walking very slowly and notice how it feels to move our legs and have our feet touch the ground as we move. So Kelsey's going to demonstrate as we go through kind of the directions here, but I'll give everyone a chance, if you need it, to kind of stand up and make sure you have a good little pathway so you're not bumping into anything. Make sure you're not going to run into things and you can still hear. All right, so stand up straight with your feet about shoulder length apart and parallel. So bring awareness to your body standing in the present moment. Notice the alignment of your spine, your posture. How is your head sitting atop the spine? Is it leaning forward or slightly back? Be aware of how the head is positioned. See if you can stretch your head up towards the sky. Nod your head up and down and forward and back a few times. Exploring the sensation at the lengthening of the back of your neck as you do this. Then bring your head to be still atop your shoulders. As you stand straight, bring awareness to your shoulders, the upper torso, noticing how your spine is aligned. Notice the sensations in your lower back, your hips, your knees, your feet. Now, shift your weight slightly from side to side while keeping your feet on the ground, just to explore and awaken the sensations in the soles of the feet. Noticing sensations on the balls of the feet, the heels, and the toes. Scrunch your toes and stretch them back out. Squish them up and then stretch them back out again. Bring command of your gaze while you do the walking meditation. Rather than looking all around, just bring a soft gaze, looking at the ground in front of you. Now slowly we will begin moving into walking. So we're going to walk back and forth in this little lane from the point that we started. Slowly walk forwards, noticing the sensations as you lift your foot off the ground and place it back down. When you come to the end of your lane, come to a stop, exploring once again the sensation of standing. Just feeling the sensation of your head, your spine, and your posture while standing. Then very slowly and methodically turn back around and slowly walk back to the point you started. So in walking practice, we just go back and forth, observing sensations in the feet, in our legs, and as we lift and plant our feet back down. Notice your hands and your arms as you walk. Do they swing? Are they still? Feel the breath in and out as you walk forward. When you come to the end of your lane, come to a standstill and notice your body sensations as you intentionally turn around and slowly begin walking again. Each time the mind wanders, just bring it back to the sensations of your body as you walk through space. You may really explore the sensation of the toes, the feet, as they spread out and connect with the ground. You may sense that elongation in the spine when you rise up with each step. Exploring in your own way this very intimate experience of really inhabiting the body while it is walking. Get connected with each and every little movement. Pay close attention, step by step, breath by breath. So we just very rhythmically and gently walk back and forth with full awareness on each step, moment by moment. So again, pay close attention, step by step, breath by breath. All right, so now coming to a standstill, feeling that awareness of each sensation in the body, just flowing from the top of the head down to the toes and all the way back. Really explore how the body feels right now. So take a few deep breaths, and then when you're ready, come back to sitting in front of the computer. All right. We'll give everyone just a little bit of time. All right, so it looks like most people are back in front of their computer. So I want to ask you guys a few things. So what did you notice with the meditation walking? All right, Laura, it looks like you have your hand up.
I liked the walking meditation. It's one of my favorites. I've done it with all 4 peaks, just like a lot of others. One thing I like to try when I do the walking meditation is I like to put a book on my head and walk a few steps, because then you got something else to focus on while you walk, and it becomes a bit more challenging.
Yeah, that sounds quite challenging.
Yeah.
All right. Lenoka? I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying your name right.
I felt calm and relaxed and happy and not back down, relaxed and down to earth, back to reality.
That's really wonderful. It's really nice to kind of just bring it back to your body and back to your feelings. So
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, Jordan.
Okay, so I was very calm in the breathing techniques and stuff, and the walking meditation. When I was walking in my room, when I going back and forth, I kind of felt shaky in between.
Okay.
Normal?
So it kind of depends on maybe what's working for you in that moment and today. If you find that the walking meditation just isn't working today, I'm glad that though the breathing techniques were maybe something that did work for you. And sometimes it's just good to know what's working in that day for you. Maybe this is something you can try to explore another day. But yeah, no, it's good though that you're in tune with your body and how it was making you feel.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. All right. So looking through the chat, it looks like we have people feeling nice and calm. They like that exercise, nice and relaxed. That's really great. All right. So when you were doing that, kind of, did you feel the most sensations? Was it in your legs and your feet, or was it in your breath? All right. So we got some mix here. So we got some legs, some feet, some toes. Everywhere. Perfect. Yeah. I always find it's nice when you can feel it in your toes and your feet. I feel like we don't pay attention to our feet a lot of the time. So, all right, all over. Helps me everywhere. That's really great. All right. So also, how is this different from how you typically walk? All right. Yeah, I like that. So it's like listening to the legs and putting focus in something. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but usually when I'm walking, it's more directive and I have to get somewhere. Whereas this is just kind of bringing it more back to the feelings and the body, which is really nice. Okay. So did anyone find it hard to focus when they were doing this? Yeah, so it looks like everyone had a pretty good reminder, kind of focused on what they were doing in the task. Okay. That's really great. All right. And how did you find this compared to other mindfulness exercises? So does anyone have a favorite one? Like all 3 of them. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it sounds like you guys use them quite often. Okay, that's really great. I'm glad that you guys use these quite often in your daily lives. And it's nice to see that you like most of them. All right, so Kelsey is going to lead us through another exercise.
Okay, so we have a little bit of extra time, which means we get a bonus activity. So we are going to do something even different still than what we've been doing. So I'm really curious to see what people like. So we're going to do some progressive muscle relaxation. So a little bit different than mindful movement. We are going to move a little bit, but it's really going to be about noticing how you feel in your muscles. So we will be tensing and relaxing different parts of our bodies, and we're going to go through the whole body like this. So paying close attention to exactly how it feels to be tense and then to relax. So really noticing the two and the difference between them. So just like before, you can choose to keep your eyes open or keep your eyes closed, whatever's more comfortable for you. If they're open, sometimes it's a little bit easier for this one to focus on an object or something that's not moving. So if you have anything near you, you can look at to help with your focus. That can be really good for this one. So to start, make your face as tense as you can. So really scrunch up your face, scrunch up your eyes, wrinkle your forehead, purse your lips like you've tasted something sour like a melon or a lemon, sorry. Squish, 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 tense, tense, tense a little bit more. And relax. And pay attention to what it's like when you relax. And we'll try again. One more time. Tense up. Squeeze your face. Do your lips. Do your forehead. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. And relax. And notice how it feels. And now we're going to move down from the face to the shoulders. So now tense up your shoulders. Lift them up as high as you can towards your head. Tight as you can. Squeeze. And relax. Drop the shoulders back down. And notice. So each time you do this, I want you to notice the sensations in the body when you're tense and when you're relaxed. Now you're going to tense up your chest and your upper back. So squeeze your shoulders forward. Tight, 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 tight. Squeeze. And release. Notice the difference. Notice the feeling. Now tense up your whole arm from your shoulder to your hands. So clench your hands into fists. Tense all the muscles in your arm. Make them as tight as you can. Squeeze. And let go. And feel what it feels like to relax your arms and hands. Soft and relaxed. Now, tense up your entire torso, your stomach muscles, squeeze your core, tense your back, squeeze your chest, your whole waist down the base of your spine, all the way to your buttocks. Tense as much as you possibly can. Tense and relax. Soften your muscles and notice how it feels. And then one more time, get really, really tense. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze your core, squeeze your abs. And release. Imagine that you are tense like spaghetti, like rigid spaghetti. And then soften yourself like your cooked loose spaghetti that's soft and supple. And now we'll take a few breaths. Breathe in deeply, feel your belly expand. And breathe out, try to relax just a little bit more. Breathing in. Breathing out. See if you can become even more relaxed. And as we start to close up our last activity, notice how you feel now compared to when you started. Just noticing. I see we already have a hand up, but before we get there, I am wondering if we could in the chat Okay. I'm wondering, what did you notice? So was there any feelings in your body you noticed while you were tensing and releasing? So maybe it was harder or easier in different parts, or you noticed that something was sore or really tight when you tried to release it. What did you notice? I feel relaxed tightly. Yeah, it felt tight. I'm ready to sleep after this. Me too. Nice. Feel more relaxed. Great. I'm going to let those come in, and I see a few hands here. So I'll start. Laura, your hand has been up. Hello. Oh, I think
all right. So everything was very relaxing. It kind of made it feel after yesterday with handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters, it kind of tonight just kind of was nice and relaxing. And then also Kiefer, my like on that points page, my name's not on there yet.
We will make sure to get you on there, Laura, for sure. It'll all be updated tomorrow, but thanks for letting us know.
But yeah, no, that going back to the exercise, it just was all very relaxing, and it just kind of made your day feel better.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad to hear those Halloween candy muscles are relaxing too.
Yep.
So that's great. Thank you so much for sharing and for being here with us. I see hands. I want to get there. I just saw one thing in the chat. I saw is that, oh, I lost it. Oh, Kennedy said that they felt tight and didn't like that one. And that'll happen sometimes, and that's okay. So if it ever gets uncomfortable and you're doing it on your own, that's a good time to stop. But it can draw our attention to how tight we are and how it might be nice to start to relax. But that happens to me too sometimes. So I just wanted to mention that. Lianka, your hand is up as well again.
I felt calm and more focused with that one.
Calm and focused. Excellent. Well, thank you for sharing again. It's nice to hear.
You're welcome.
Hear how that one went for you. Okay, and I have two Jordans, it looks like. So we'll start with Jordan McLeod first.
I like tonight's session. I love the Maximize Mondays. I always love meditation. And so on my own time, when I get stressed, I use a stress ball. And I drink water all the time. That can also relax me. And I got a soft sound machine that I sleep at night, and it's very calming. And so when I do that, it calms me down during the night when I'm sleeping. And mostly during the day, I do need some help with this one. But during the day, I sometimes feel like I'm stressed, like in many levels. How can I do that?
That's a hard feeling to have, feeling stressed on many levels. A nice place to start is using the breath to help calm down maybe some of the stress. It depends a little bit on what you're doing, because there's lots of different things that could be levels of stress, but you could try maybe the figure 8 or the LOTUS, some of the things we've tried today to feel calm during the day. Another thing with some of these is that the practice is really what makes it powerful. So the more we do it, maybe as part of our morning routine or our bedtime routine or throughout the day, the more it will help us relax when we really need it, when we're feeling stressed. So sometimes just keep practicing in terms of things we talked about today. But that's an excellent question, and thank you for sharing. It's great to hear you have some strategies to help calm down when you. That's great, Jordan. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Okay, so we'll take a couple more here. Jordan Tyson.
The lotus breathing helps to open, I am happy, and close. I am calm. So it helps calm our minds and bodies. And we had to be careful not to hurt ourselves while doing it.
That's right. Yeah, excellent. Thank you for sharing. You're absolutely right. Being careful just to be only where we're safe and we feel good when we're doing these things to feel calm. But also, yeah, the Lotus is great for that. I feel happy. I feel calm. You can even just breathe in. I feel happy. Breathe out. I feel calm. Without the hand, if you'd like. Some people would prefer to just breathe. So thank you again for sharing, Jordan. That's excellent. Okay, and we'll do Sarah as our last one, and then we'll wrap things up and share the password for the evening.
I like the hand one, and my Apple Watch has a breathing thing on it, so sometimes it will pop up and tell me to take some deep breaths in, which is good too, to help me.
Excellent. Sarah, mine does the same thing. So I do that too, and it is great, and it is a nice reminder.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for sharing, everyone, and for coming and trying all these activities with us. I know a lot of them are very different. You may have done them before, you may not have, but it's so wonderful that you have shown up to try and be a part of the group, and it's always nice to see you. And I know I'm sure Mercedes feels the same way. I will get our password up here. Does anyone have any questions? We're in our last couple minutes, but does anyone have any questions for either Mercedes or myself about any of the activities, and probably just the activities we did today, because we don't know about all of the exercises, even though it would be handy if we did. We see a couple comments in the chat that people like some of the activities, which is great. You always try them either at home or out in the community if you need something to help calm down. Yes, and the password is jellyfish. And that's tonight's password.
Awesome. Well, if we have no more questions, I guess we can wrap up here a couple minutes early, but I want to say a huge thanks to both Kelsey and Mercedes for joining us tonight. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday.